This is Drew Ishis. I am recording my first YouTube video, not because I have aspirations of being a YouTube star, but I feel like I had some information. I've been getting a lot of questions about my watch lists, and I wanted to give some information to traders that were curious about how to use them, hopefully make some profits. So I felt like maybe a video would be the easiest way to get those ideas across. So we're going to jump in here. I will try to make this as quick and painless as possible. And if you guys have questions, comments, want to hear a little bit more, definitely feel free to reach out. So we're going to start off here with the watch list itself. I release these watch lists every day on a couple of different trading discords. If you have seen these before, you're probably familiar with the layout, but we'll run through this real quick just in case you're new to it. This is my watch list format. This comes straight out of Thinkorswim. These are all my alerts. I have these set. I do my screening every night, get these levels set up, and this is what we're looking at. This first column here is going to be the ticker that, of course, we're interested in, right? So if that's TQQQ or Tesla. The trigger column here tells you what it is that I'm looking for that ticker to do. In this case, I want my broker to alert me if TQQQ goes below, right? So if the mark goes below $26, I want TQQQ to give me an alert and tell me to go pay attention to it because it's gotten to a level that I'm interested in. So the trigger here is really important, right? If we're going below a number or above a number, that lets us know what kind of play we're looking to take, right? So if I'm looking for a ticker to go below something, I'm looking to go short, right? Or take puts if we're playing options. If I'm looking for a ticker to go above a level, I'm looking to go long or take calls. You'll notice for a lot of these that I've got two levels, right? One below and one above. It's because I'm not a fortune teller. No one is. So I am prepared for the market to go up or down. These just are the levels. When it makes one of those moves, at which point I become interested in attempting to make a profit off of that move. Current column here just tells you where the price is at the moment, right? You can see in this case that the current price is between these two numbers. Sometimes when I put the list together at night and there's a gap up or down overnight, this will go outside of the range. Doesn't necessarily invalidate the play, right? If we're above, if we're below $26 because of a gap down, that doesn't mean I'm not necessarily interested in it, but you got to go look at your plays and figure out if it still makes sense or not. And then over here on the far right is just some notes, right? Typically, I will tell you if this is a special type of trade, right? I always put TQQQ in my list for small accounts because the premiums are very reasonable, and it's easier for small accounts to build up a profit and compound their gains by not, using half of their account or 10% of their account and having something go wrong. So TQQQ is very forgiving for small accounts, so I always include those. Right. I'll also let you know if it's a swing play. Swing plays for me are plays that can last anywhere from a couple of days to a couple of weeks. Those typically happen on smaller tickers or something that's going to take a little bit more time to develop. So these, I'm generally telegraphing that I'm looking for a further out expiry. Flush alerts, right, where I'm letting you know that there is a significant level of support is about to be lost. So if we go below this, it really could get a big move. Long shot swing, it's I don't think that this is likely, but if it happens, it could be a big play. So it's just something to put in there if you're looking for an exciting play or if it's a ticker that you like or a setup that you're interested in. Ultimately, you should not just blindly follow these alerts. These are ideas and levels for you guys to get in. My goal of doing it this way is for traders to get in and make some active decisions about their own trading. I don't want to just tell you should take a trade at this point in time and then get out at this point in time. It's a little bit like when I get in the car and I use my GPS. Like I don't actually pay attention where I'm going when the phone just tells me. So I want you guys all to develop your own approach and some active thinking around this stuff. But if you go and you look at these alerts, you'll see why I'm interested in them. It will become apparent. I can talk about that a little bit here. As we get over and look at a couple of charts. I want to show 3 different charts to you in order to illustrate a really important concept for using these lists. I always say that what I'm looking for with these levels is a strong or convincing break. Strong means that there is a lot of volume accompanying the break. Convincing means that there might not have been a lot of volume, but it may break through and then come back and retest that level and then start to move the direction I want again. So those are the 2 types of breaks that we're looking for. We're not simply looking for, if TQQQ breaks $26, I'm not just jumping in and buying a contract. I'm coming in to make sure that it broke it broke 26 convincingly, or that it broke 26 and held 26 and looks to be continuing further down. That is the point at which I would start to be interested in taking a position on the play. All right, so let's go have a look at a couple of different tickers here. I'm going to try and illustrate a couple of different concepts. The first one we're going to look at is DocU. I will show you here why we are interested in this one. All right, so we can see here, there is the DocU ticker. I need to find where in the day. I need to zoom out a little bit here probably. All right, we're on the 5-minute chart here, and DocU, this is from yesterday. Here's the level. So if we go take a look at what this alert is saying, I am interested in DocU if the price gets below $53.60. So you can see here on the chart, I have made a mark where that was. When I was actually playing this during the day, I actually had an alarm set here, and when the price crossed over this, I got an alarm letting me know that DocU had gotten to the price I was interested. Now, when I came over here to take a look at it, here's what I saw. Right, volume opened. I typically will not take a play until probably 15 to 30 minutes past the opening. I want the dust to settle from all of the volatility at the market open. So it came down, it tapped that line in the opening flush, and then it bounced back up again, came back down. You can see that we tapped it again. We didn't close below that level yet, but we're just kind of hitting it. There's some volume here, but we didn't close below it. Again, we bounce back up, and then we come back down and we finally close below it. But what I want you to look at here, and this is what I would call a weak break, no take play, because you can see that we just kind of glanced off of that level, right? We didn't commit to getting through it. We just came down, we hit it, we closed below it for a minute, but there was very low volume, right? There's all sorts of volume here telling me that these movements are represented by, there's some large money exchanging hands in these contracts, or I'm sorry, in the shares. But when we got down to the level that I was actually interested in, and where we actually closed, right, we had 2 candles here close below that level, but they did so with low volume, right, or at least relatively low volume to what had been occurring just previously. So I did not take this play right here because there was not enough volume here to tell me that this move was going to continue. So I was waiting for either a break and a hold and a continuation on further down, or a break with some volume where it told me it was committed to getting past this level. And you can see that that never happened. Eventually, the ticker just kind of started meandering back up. And I did not take a position in this play. And I would have advised anybody asking me questions to avoid it as well, because this did not commit to the move. So again, that is what I would call a weak break, no take. And that is not the type of break that we're looking for. Now we're going to go take a look at 2 other tickers to demonstrate the rest of the concepts that we're looking for here. The next one we're going to look at is NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, same day, same watch list, and we're going to go take a look at that ticker. All right, zoom out, make sure that we get to the right day here. All right, so here's NVIDIA on the day that we talked about it. And we're going to take a look here right where my alert level, once again, I've got the alert level set right there. So let's go take a look at the alert that I had set. So my alerts here said, hey, if NVIDIA, when that price gets below 135.75, that's where I become interested in taking a play. So if we come over here and take a look at what happened, we can see that there's a big flush at the market open, big outside bar here, and you can see that we closed below the level I was interested in. But as I mentioned earlier, I don't like to take plays anywhere inside of 15 to 30 minutes inside of open. I will kind of decide when it looks like the price has picked a direction to get in. But definitely in the first 3 5-minute bars here, that's the first 15 minutes, I'm definitely not taking a play or position here. And you can see why. We bounced down, we broke the level, we consolidated, we bounced back up, and and then we came back down again, right? So I did not take this first play, even though it technically broke the level. But this is a convincing move because it bounced and it came back down, and then it closed below again, and then it retested that level here. And then you can see that there was a big bar here with a lot of volume. So this was both convincing and strong. So as soon as this happened, this is where I took a position and I rode this flush out. I think we got about a 50% play out of that in contracts. And then once things started getting a little wicky down here, I took my profits and it reversed and went the other direction. And someone definitely could have played it here, but that was not the alerts that I had. And I'm not actively trying to trade every day. I'm setting my alerts, before market, and automating my trades so that they enter in here at these levels if they work, and I will try to take my profits, and if I don't, I'll take my stop loss. And with good risk management protocol, we're still profitable doing that. So, but here's another one, right? Just there's the level, there's the break. I'm looking for either strength or conviction. We got both of them here. So we took this play, we got our 50%, we got out, and we moved on. All right, the last one we're going to look at is just QQQ. We're going to go take a look at this one and make sure that we're in here at the right level. All right, for QQQ, once again, we've got QQQ, alert me when the price gets below 293.50. So coming back over here, there's my level set at 293.50. And we came down with, there was not a lot of dancing with this one, right? We kind of headed straight down. I was not interested in this play. We're still kind of inside of the market open here. Volume kind of tapered off and started to settle in a little bit. The direction had kind of been established. We got to my level, we closed below it, and then we got this big candle here with huge volume, right? So that would be a strong break. We didn't dance around. We didn't have to come retest. There was just a lot of volume that showed up and committed to going below. So we took that entry right there, and we got this whole flush down here into the wicks. And I took that impulsive move and took our profits out down here towards the bottom somewhere. I think we got, I think it was another 30 or 50% play. And then we let it go ahead and ride back up. I was not interested in the rest of this. I wasn't even paying attention. I just had my trade set to take an entry here if there was high volume, and then we wrote it down here. We took our profits at about 50%, and we moved on to the other play. So those are the ways that I think about these lists. It's the ways that I look at playing the charts when they come up. I'm going to spend just one more second here talking a little bit about the actual trades that we get into. This is, depending on what broker you're in, the options chain should look relatively similar, right? You've got your strike prices here in the middle, your expiration date. I am typically looking to play. I know that I've gotten a number of questions about, am I in the money? Am I out of the money? Am I playing 0 days? The truth is, it matters. It varies from ticker to ticker, how quickly the ticker is, how confident I am in the play. But generally speaking, and especially for newer traders, I would recommend that you stick with, at least 3 to 10 days from expiry. Give yourself a little bit of time. 0-day expiries tend to move really quickly. You can get chopped up if things go wrong. So I would advise that you make sure you leave some time on the clock for yourselves. And I personally like to play a couple of strikes out of money, which generally means that my delta is going to be somewhere in the 30 to 40% range. You can play, whatever it is that you're comfortable with. So if you are more comfortable playing in the money, that is 100% fine, right? You're still going to make money on these moves, right? If you get this move and you get this flush here, you're in the money calls, you're out of the money calls. They're all going to, increase in value. So play whatever you're comfortable with. All I'm trying to do is give you guys a little bit of value by letting you take advantage of the due diligence that I'm doing every night, giving you some levels that I find are interesting. Obviously, not all of them hit. You can take a look through some of my previous trades. I always do a review at the end of the day. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes I get some SLs. Some stop losses. No one is amazing. Here's a day. Wasn't my best day, right? Had a week break, no take. Couple of stop losses, right? We had a couple of good gainers there, so it was still a good day. But the goal here is to find some plays, to find some setups that you like, and to start learning what to look for yourselves. Of course, it's always nice to have other traders to work with. That's why we join Discords and talk with other people that are know things that we don't know and exchange ideas. It's brilliant. I'm still learning just like everybody else. But I'm very happy to provide this information. I hope it's valuable to you. If you guys have any questions, or if there's anything I can do to help you develop your trading career, hit me up direct. Otherwise, I hope this was helpful, and I hope it helps you guys make some money. Go out there and get it, everybody. Skol.